Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ozfortress Season 26 Premiership Division. We're up to Week 6 in the series, and tonight we've got MMGP versus Ratman. I'm Fozzlm, returning on the mic for the first time in about 100 years, and I'm joined tonight by Elmo. How's it going, mate?
Pretty good. Very, very excited to be have you back and be casting with you again, and should be a pretty good game tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back, and looking at these teams and looking how the division's been going, it should be an absolutely cracking matchup. I mean, the top four are literally, separated by one match between first to fourth, and between seeds 2 and 3, they're all on 4 wins each, only of dropping one map for the seasons. And while we're this late in the season, games like this mean absolutely everything going into playoffs.
Yeah, I mean it's been a super close season. Coffee Clock, the only one's undefeated, which will be changing on Wednesday, boys. So be prepared for that one. So yeah,
Big
I mean,
calls.
they're versing the older gamers, the number one excited team, another one expected to win Prem team. Also happens to be my team, so no bias there.
Of course, of course.
Back to this game. Yeah, some pretty strong teams. I know if you're fans of what are they called? Madmen Grand Prix, pretty great name. Oh, Thursday apparently it is now. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, they have Silvo now on Roma, which is a bit of an odd one. More known as a scout prodigy, still in year 9, but he's changed over the soldier, so that'll be interesting. Have you watched anything at all, Foz?
I've been tuning in and out. I can't say my knowledge of Prem this season is super in depth. I mean, I'm basically going off of what I know from seasons gone past. So my insights into these teams as they stand right now and their specific playstyles is, I'm gonna say, non-existent.
Fair enough.
I'm very much gonna wing it based on what I see on the night and make completely baseless judgments that I then chastise all these players for. Being an expert at the game that I am.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
in terms of specifics, I know very little. So I guess, what are your key matchups for tonight? What are you going to be looking out for that gives either of these teams the edge here?
I mean, I think the most obvious two are going to be the scout combos. So I shall TJ the Asian superstars. I think they underperformed a little last week against Coffee Clock, especially on Kalinka. So they'll want to be back, especially pounding out. I think they'll both be confident against Faith. Rocky is obviously a new player to the class as well, so they should be pretty confident in the scout matchup. And then another of my favorite Asian gamers, Enrith, playing for the Asian LAN team. It's a very strong demo, obviously, against Deft, who I think most people at the start of the season probably would have said he was the fourth best demo, I'd imagine. And he got a bit outplayed, I think, last week, especially on Kalinka, which we'll be seeing again tonight, but was solid in the first one. So I think if Deft can play as well as Enrith, I think Ratman can take it. But that's obviously a big if.
Yeah, and obviously it should touch on the map. So tonight, as you alluded to, we have maps that I would say are on opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of where they sit in public opinion. It looks like we're going to be starting off with a fan favorite, a map that basically come the end of every season has like a plus 95% approval rating in CP Snakewater. And our second map will be CP Kalinka, the new map in the pool, the one that it's not going down too well, when it's kind of suffers from, I think, the fate that all new CP maps do when they come into the field, which is just, if a team wants to learn it properly, they'll basically curb stomp every other team, because why bother learning a new map if you can just veto it come
Yeah,
playoffs?
that's it, mate. That's definitely going to happen. Yeah, it's not a high on the opinion list. I know my team hates it. Coffee Clock, I've been informed, probably won't ever pick it. Ratman, after losing to Coffee Clock, probably won't be confident on it. And Madmen lost like 8-0 the other day to one of these teams. I think it was Coffee Clock, so they're probably not overly keen. I think it's less love than Logjam was at the beginning as well, like when Logjam was played twice. So it's still gotta play your best on it. Both these teams have been doing strat sessions and all that on it, so they're not going to be left surprised by anything, they'll hope.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
then
you'd certainly want that for teams, you know, especially with gamers that are this experienced and have been around, you know, the top of the scene for as long as they have. You'd hope that they're just not, they're, you know, if maybe individuals' hatred for a map aren't going to completely get into the way of it. But in saying that, both teams have raided up, so we're actually going to get our way to this first mid-fight, ozfortress Season 26, Week 6, GGMP, or whatever they're called, versus Ratman. Elmo,
Mad
do you
Men
want to take
Grand
us?
Prix, mate.
There
Yeah,
we go.
I think-
I'm sorry. Do you want to take us
We'll
through this
watch
first
the
mid,
new
Elmo?
blood in Silvo, see if he has any sick Tempest bombs for us to begin.
Yup. So
I can't actually even find him.
there we go. Not a great sign. So TJ's got high ground early and is controlling the area quite well. Falls back to a soldier. Massive bomb coming in there from her and gets absolutely banged in the air by Spain, who dies from 4 damage. But I mean, that setup from him was a thing of beauty.
And Silvo's actually the best gamer in Nuzford. Does the fake jump, goes back for heals, jumps back in, gets a 4k, and TJ says very aptly, dude, he actually went sicko mode.
Yeah, I mean, that is a case of a player single-handedly winning mid for their team. I mean, Ratman should have been all over that midpoint, you know, with Fane getting that early damage and space off for his team early. You'd assume that they could have just, you know, kind of held W and just moved on to the point.
Part of that was they did hold W a bit too much, and 3 of them were kind of just inside each other, so it took them basically just jumped into their face and dished out the big D. And he didn't really need to aim because everyone was standing on top of each other, and he was just standing in them. Yeah, I think that they. Oh, Rocky just backstabbed Varna. Did not even notice. Sorry, viewers.
Well, I mean, you know, that's one way to instigate a fight and to get your team moving in. And as we see that, the members of Ratman are there. Some of them attentively hanging around. Fane looking like he's going to go for a flank. He is all the way in, but as we say that, Madmen have moved on to the point, taking it for complete free. Fane is at the window. Is he going to do anything? Nope, he's just jumping in, jumping back.
He's going to get cleaned up from behind, you would think. Or Hurts, if he... Was someone spawning? Must have gone the other way.
It's... okay, there we go. Finally taken out.
Yeah, that's... I'm not really a fan of that. Like, you have to do something quicker, because now it's just going to be a 5v6 at last if they're quick. Which they'll... I mean, they're still taking their time. So he'll probably spawn. And then they have the solid NG heavy setup, which is probably the best one. Gun's in a pretty odd spot though, and will get instantly destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were thinking about this placement. Deft is the first to fall from this Uber point. Faithless goes down to the heaviest. Fane loses his life to Rocky, and I'm not sure what Madman is doing.
Yeah, it was a bit of a choke. It's because 2 of them were waiting for the arrows, and he didn't hit either of them. And so, Silver actually killed himself, did he? Oh, that's some nice rockets to finish off Aishao, but yeah, Aishao just turned around the corner and they both ended up exploding. If they could have hit at least one of those arrows, they might have got that. But yeah, they didn't really consolidate. Like, they killed Death. They could have played it slow, but they didn't really. They were still just in their face, and they got out DM'd after the Uber ended, basically.
Yeah, now we have Vanna moving in with this full Uber coming through house here. There's a bit of spam just holding them off, but it looks like Deft is taking a ton of damage. I mean...
Oh, Enrith. Yeah.
And we
Silver
still
will die for this, you would hope.
Nope, he's getting away. That was beautiful work by him. Nice movement. And I'm just kind of at a loss what happened. A scout kind of started peeking in. Def decided to follow, but then not follow enough, but then follow too much. Then the med popped late. Everyone died. TJ
yeah, looks like Moore's gonna get cleaned up here too. No, he'll live.
Yeah, I mean, that was a complete disaster.
I assume it was just miscommunication. Like, Def probably assumed he would just get Ubered and jumped. It didn't happen. And in the end, he a bit unfortunate. I think he was waiting for an arrow and he got rolly in the end. And then Fane just died to a trap. And then after that, it's basically game over. And I assume the Silvo surviving is just because he's Tempest and a bit of bad DM. Rocky does get trapped here though, but Enrith has literally walked in the whole way before the Uber. They don't even need to Uber there in the end. They do.
Scout's finally getting on the point. No one even sees him there, and there we go.
I think they literally walked in with their whole Uber because they were in spawn. They did end up getting out of spawn eventually, but they were all just top left and there's an Uber. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. And with that, a pretty easy round pickup for Madmen after a complete, you know, disaster on the sides of the Ratmen. And so we see this next mid fight, I should say. Def getting there about the same time as counterpart. Not a lot of damage being traded at the moment. We see the scouts getting high ground and immediately coming off. Here we go. Here's the Hertz bomb we were all expecting. Causing a lot of distraction for his teams, but again, here's the first to fall to Fane, who's now making a lot of room. Enrith goes down as well, as they do manage to clean up Shupa, but Ratman have played this way better, as Rocky just can't escape there. And that is how you play mid-fight.
Nice, but yeah, I think Hertz was trying to do his fake bomb, but like he kind of fucked it up and was in the wrong spot. And like you said, he did a bit of a distraction, but he basically didn't do enough. And so they were 6v5 straight away. They are coming straight back in here though, Faith. Taking the Uber, it's a really poor one so far. And it looks like they might force. No, they won't even.
Oh, Hertz on the backline does pick up a nice kill, but he's met... Oh, almost cleans up Shupa as well. And lives with his life. Fantastic play by Hertz there. Gets aeried up by his medic.
Yeah,
he should die here.
If he does die here, he might kill Shupa actually. If then it's quite a good play. Otherwise, it's kind of just delaying the inevitable here. And yeah, they've just walked in with you. But Aisha does die to it, so that's a really bad start.
Deft is getting pressured a lot as Scout saves his life, but there we go. Varna's going down. Deft is going down too. So Hertz making that play behind actually took 2 members of Ratman out of the fight for long enough that there just wasn't the weight of numbers. Rocky getting a really nice cleanup kill at the end there on Fane as Madman come out and retake their second point, and Ratman just can't seem to group up for these pushes. It seems to just be disconnected.
Think the Hertz behind really should have mattered. Like even 4v5 with that full ad, they should have won. I think they bullied them into spawn, but then didn't kill anything. Silvo does die on the flank here, but the sniper's just going to be kind of let out to dry. No, he somehow lives. Then Trooper's in on Enrith, gets the frag. He will get cleaned up, you would hope. No. You would hope. A lot of these solis are surviving when they really shouldn't be, a lot of these fights. And in the end, they get absolutely decimated.
Yeah, and while that fight was happening, the sniper was just slowly walking forward. Not contributing anything, but also not dying or taking any damage. We'll see Aisha now moving out here with his team to try to get a shot. Overextends, gets taken out with some nice coordination. Shupa goes down at the same time. This should get Madman to at least make a sack here. Nope. Okay, Rocky's coming in with his medic and Demo Man, and single-handedly has pushed back the remaining players from Madman. A fantastic fight from Def does take him out. And here we go. The pop from Varna comes in, the counter pop from Locke. They're just fighting over this point, and it looks like Madman are going to back out here.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice there. They still went for it in the end, Faith. Even though they were 5v6, Faith gets left behind. You would hope they would do something aggressive here. Like, yeah, Enrith is just going to get rushed. 2 scouts on him. He should die here. He does. And this should be around for Ratman.
You'd certainly hope so. A lot of time on point. It's about 75% cap. Shupa doing a lot of work. Does get taken out with a really nice rocket from Hertz, but it's not enough. And there we go. Ratman do tie it up. So Madman kind of falling to the same traps that Ratman did before, just pushing out, but without the weight of numbers and just kind of going into an awkward fight.
I think they felt like they were so far forward they might have had to do it by that point, but I don't think they really had to. They could have probably backed, but they decided it was better off trading, and it just doesn't work out for them.
Yep, okay, here we go. Hertz in 3rd minute of row with this really high bomb, and he is again going to be the first player taken out. Silvo taken out his neck, Shupa going down in between. These high bombs from Hertz really they're not working. Even on the mid where they won, that was kind of more from Silverdox just going ham than it was from anything that he was really contributing here. And Ratman are being really aggressive here. 2 scouts and a medic versus 2 scouts and a medic. Teams are going to back off.
Really silly. They're going to fight here. Def should die. Faith is getting in behind. Varna will have to force here. That's really poor. Aisha does get a kill, but now they're just going to have full dishad here. They have blown their load a bit early though. They went in just before. No, they do get Varna and went after Uber. Yeah, Ratman basically they go in trying to get the med, but then they weren't capping. And then the scout went back at just the wrong time, and now they'll probably all get cleaned up. Def should die here as well.
Oh
my god, Faithless gets comboed.
That was a bit of a brain dead play from Faithless.
So this is a nice play from TJ, especially if he can kill Silvo. Silvo does get the pack, and his team is back in time to help. But yeah, that's a good waste of time from TJ. Not really a typical play from him, going behind for the back cut, but I do approve.
Yeah, it was a nice solo effort from him, and also Def surviving there. Kind of a misplay on Faithless' part more than his own, but you know, you'll take what you get. Really aggressive bomb from Enric. The Uber does come out, and Enric goes down. They get Varna though, and it's just a matter of can Ratman stay alive around this. Super dies. Aishao looks like he's going to go down too. Bane caught out, trying to stick some rockets. TJ down too. Really, really nice work from Madman there.
Yeah, I don't think Varna was expecting the super aggressive Uber. And like Enrith does pay for it with his life, but Hertz gets the kill. I mean, Rocky gets the instant kill on Varna, and then basically the power of arrows and healing wins it for them. Like a lot of people were low, but when you can just instantly be healed back to full, if you're not coordinated, it can be hard to clean up.
Yeah, so as we move into this last point, just looks like the solo upclass from the side of Ratman. Sentry gun.
The sniper and NG.
Oh,
I
yep.
would hope he might swap the heavy. Another different spot. I thought people kind of just defaulted to the left or that corner. I mean, this is a bit more known. I think it'll do a bit better than the other one.
Hertz.
They do Uber really early here just to destroy it. This is an awful Uber so far.
Yeah, Hertz in with a really big bomb, gets behind, should clean up Deft here. Deft, no, great stickies and surfing away from that damage. The two scouts here just keeping Fane up in the air. Enrif's pre-planted stickies take him out. But again, looks like Madman just didn't commit properly to this fight. Faithless taken out as well to Deft, who is now dominating him.
Basically just pointlessly used their Uber. Like their Uber, they got the gun, and they made, what, like 3 meters of room with it? It's like they probably could have just spammed the gun, or just Uber normally and walk forward, but they kind of just half and half. Now Hertz is huge bombing here. He does get on Varna. That's a nice surf. He should be forced here though.
Oh.
And yeah, he is.
Yeah, really. I mean, Hertz has been creative with his jump so far today. Hasn't always paid off, but that was a really nice force.
And Varna actually doing the ampersand, trolling his team, stopping them from capping. Like if he had stopped them capping, they would have had an easy mid, but now they're going to get spawns and they have to fight here, so that's a bit of a misplay from Varna.
Fane has absolutely launched, should be taken out, is along with Death as this Uber does come out. Varna is fairly safe there, protected with his 2 scouts and a soldier, pushing all the way back to last year, so free point for Madmen.
Yeah, they're going to keep going though. Varna's not going to get this Uber at all, and Deft is still dead for another few seconds.
No, TJ comes out on the heavy. The point is about 90% captured, but they just can't get players on it. Deft hitting every pipe you could possibly hope. Silver does get out with his life, and I mean, Deft has really come out big late in the last few minutes of this map.
Yeah, they were basically banking on the fact that they would be able to cap before he spawned. And then they all got in their face, but then yeah, he spawned, and like you said, TJ with the heavy bullied them back enough, and then Def spawns and cleans up. And now yeah, it's full Uber out again basically. Lock is only at 35 here.
Yeah, Faithless was peaking, but wisely backs all the way out. Aishao's looking what way it's going to come. Deft again is the furthest member forward of his team.
Varna's normally very, very far back there as well. If you saw that bomb, Varna basically lets his team go in. It works well in those kind of situations, but it does the opposite. You know, that first round where Deft kind of walked in and wasn't being healed.
Yep, Aishao spotting out those stickies for his team. Fane taking some early damage. Bombs into Hertz there, gets a lot of damage in, but doesn't finish the kill. Faithless, again, the first player to fall down in this fight as Aishao loses life. The Ubers are traded out. Locke really isn't connected with anyone from his team and just has to bail to last. Looks like Silver, nope, is just going to wisely back out as Death stickies off this lobby area. So a 3 point for Ratman. Just, you know, a couple of trades either way. Really good exchange. It seems they're really cleaning up their team fights here.
Yeah, Madmen won't be happy with that at all. Basically, like, yeah, Hertz and Faith kind of going for a play maybe when they shouldn't be. Like, the teams are trading out and they were kind of not really close to the rest of them, and they just got cleaned up. While Ratman just took a nice Uber trade. They are building really well though. I didn't think Madmen would have the Uber there, but they managed to get it, and they did unfortunately lose the trade, but
yeah,
well played by Locke to actually get it in the end.
And we finally see a sentry gun in a conventional position, and as I say that, it gets moved. And it looks like it's just going to sit right out in the open here, hoping to maybe
I
just
mean,
deny
this is
some.
a good spot. Yeah.
Yeah,
for,
I don't
for
mind
the
it.
bombs it is. But the only thing is, if they notice it under and you don't have anyone watching it, kind of like they are at the moment, it dies within half a second.
Yeah, it really is one of those setups that kind of relies on just assuming the other team will push in really quickly. But you know what? Shupa's peeking there, and I'm not sure if he has an idea that it's there or not yet, you know?
Yeah,
I
I
shall
don't
comes
think
in,
they
and
do.
now they do.
So they'll probably just try and solely spam from drop down. I know Fane
Nope.
just got up. Maybe he didn't get hear it in time. Just walks in, gets.
Shupa
beamed
is
on.
spamming it out now. It should go
that's
down.
what
There
it'd
we
be.
go.
No one watching it. He's going to get rushed here by two. They do it smart, but yeah, they're slightly off time and then didn't want to commit now that Hertz was sacking.
Yep, and we see iShell coming in a bit aggressively there. I'm wondering if that was to switch to an off class, potentially for
It
sniper.
might have been a bit of a miscommunication. He might have been trading while Hertz was dead and his med was already back.
Yeah, but so we
yeah,
just see the teams.
I would imagine we would see a sniper now. Spy? No, we'll see the spy. Rocky already having some luck here, and Hertz himself. No, iShell was just checking. I don't really get this offensive checking for spies. Like, don't be a bitch. Just turn around.
Look,
He is on Varna though, and he runs into the sniper. They know now.
yeah. The best Hertz can really hope to do now is, you know, delay for his team.
I mean, he might go for the sniper depending on where he is.
I mean, Hertz is really far of this fight.
Yeah,
iShell
this is good
does
timing
go
though.
down to
If
the
they can
stickies.
do something well, they have seen him, or is he invisible? No, he's invisible now. He
was invisible,
yeah.
but there we go. He's spotted. But
They get a good-
Silvo with the fourth, really nice work there. So
two down,
in the
though.
end, yeah, not ideal.
Maybe, yeah. Gun's still up though, so Shupa's just gonna. Oh, and TJ dies as well. Yeah, and Shupa gets cleaned up. He does somehow get the force though, so it's not awful.
Varna!
If Varna, yeah.
Really
Not
nice.
sure why they were that far forward.
Yeah.
They should be able to. They're actually going to hold this still though, because they lost 3 during that, and during the Uber dies as well. Might have been why they thought they could hold.
Interesting plays from both teams, but obviously we'll see a really big advantage now on the side of Madman. Locke just kind of jumping back and forth on this balcony. It looks like Ratman want to be aggressive here. We see a big bomb come in. They defend the point. Shuba goes down earlier. Fane in massively. The arrow from Varna gets. Rocky Hertz goes down. Silvo goes down. Faithless goes down. Ratman just being as aggressive as you could
think
want.
if Rocky doesn't die to that arrow there, that could have turned out really badly. But yeah, the 2 of them just blowing up basically instantly lost them that fight.
Yeah, we see Locke launched into the air here. Does a nice spinorama.
Justin doesn't make it. Yeah, because basically that Rocky was full health and then just an arrow which does too much damage, and like one sticky just instantly explodes from full health. When if he doesn't die there, he probably can save Locke from all that shit and win the fight for them.
Yeah,
So-
Ratman have really started turning around these fights. Def just playing it safe here on this mid fight. Again, we see TJ in this early high ground. We're going to see if Hertz goes for the bomb he's been going
Yeah,
for every
hopefully
other
they
mid.
do a better bomb this time, but it looks like they're just going to play safe. They have a double bomb in now. It hasn't really achieved much at all.
Yeah, we see Hertz counter bombing taken down, but there we go. Rocky just as easy as you
Varna's
like with the
gonna die here
3k.
as well.
Rocky, is he going to get the 4k or can Def jump into his medic? Varna actually get the... Did Varna's Ubersaw launch Rocky away? Oh,
I think he did, but yes, he was a bit too forward in the end still, yeah.
I mean,
that
that was almost genius.
Yeah, almost genius, but sadly not. And now it's the full ad. This should just be round. Like, Varna still hasn't spawned. They literally have no heals. They don't get forced. They do get forced eventually now, and Rocky's just gonna capture objective gaming.
Yeah, we do see a bit of a defense coming out with this Pyro onto the point, but the frags are coming. Hertz and Enra pick up to themselves. Rocky getting his 6th kill of the round. Easy.
Bit
Easy if you
unfortunate
want.
after all that back and forward. You just typical lose. You met at mid, lose the round.
Yeah, the I guess aggressive mids. Ratman
Yeah, it's
trying
not-
it for the
not
first
working
time
at
and
all.
really not paying off for them. So we're gonna see if they hesitate a bit more, shall we say, on this next mid.
I mean, I don't think it was that bad an idea. It's just the coordination was off. They both jumped different places. Neither scout was helping them. Def wasn't really that forward, so it was basically just suicide by yourself kind of gameplay. And yeah, they decide against it this time, I think.
Yeah, so we are seeing a really passive mid here from both sides. Rocky pressuring people back, just peppering them away. Vayne gets an arrow from his medics, and we'll see him jump in immediately. Gets denied by Rocky, but Faithless does go down. Hertz is trading on this high ground.
Really nice
Should
arrows
get
from
taken
Vayner
out.
as well here. Save Super on top somehow.
Same from Locke, saving
Oh,
saving
and
Hertz, who
hits the
does
midi.
take out Vayne.
That probably wins the mid for them if they win this.
Hertz looking potentially going to go behind and just create a distraction. He is going behind now. He'll
And
jump
yeah,
in
I
any
got
second.
abandoned. Vayner's going to get forced here, and they're not going to get anything.
Yeah, great work there by Hertz. Just playing that really patiently. If he went in sooner, probably wouldn't have been the right timing. Just delayed for long enough.
Hertz definitely wins the mid there by killing Vayne. If Vayne survives after that bomb, and then
Oh,
yeah.
Death could not. Okay, just back that was team inside. Rocky surviving on, you know, a slither of health, and Super getting taken down. So things really aren't looking good for Ratman here. As Rocky is desperately hoping he gets an arrow from his medic
Yeah, they
before
don't
they
have
push
anything
in.
prepared either. They do have a heavy NG now, but their NG is going to be a nothing.
And
It's only
Death
level 1.
goes forward to lay a sticky trap, not realizing he was going to face the entire brunt of Madmen. They rush the point. Ratmen do what they can, but a couple of minutes ago they were up 2-1, and now they're down 3-2.
Yeah, that was, once again, it was kind of, there was 4v4. It's just, yeah, they completely misplayed it. I think the other team did have Uber, maybe that's why they were hesitating. But they had a 4v3 while Hertz went behind. Vayner and Def just stood there, did nothing. Aishao and whoever else was alive. I think TJ got trapped somehow. And then, as soon as TJ died, they didn't back. Aishao just forwarded, didn't get Ubered, he just died. And then, yeah, Hertz get behind and forces them.
Yep.
And then,
So
yeah, that's round
we
lock.
did have another initially passive mid. We get the double soldier bomb, but they get absolutely destroyed.
Vayner should hopefully survive this one at least. I don't know where he
We
is.
do have Hertz coming in from the back, but actually jumps the wrong way and fails to
Yeah,
jump
he'll
onto
be
the
right.
roof here. That's just slightly misplayed. That could have potentially dropped the medic there, but another really good mid by Madmen. Ratmen, whenever they've tried this double soldier aggression, they're just, I don't know, it feels like they're off sync from each other and they're just not focusing the same areas, so it's just easy pickings for these scouts to just suspend them in midair.
Yeah, I mean, that time was more just the other teams, like Hertz and Silver hit their shots while Super Vayne didn't really. Like, they both kills with their bombs, I think, or they at least did big damage and rocking up. So,
Yeah, so we
it
see
kind of like whichever Soli's surviving, that wins the mid. Now Silvo probably on a more typical class for him on the sniper. TJ is spy though. He is crouching up. He's gonna get the mid here if he doesn't fuck his jump up. Oh, he does. Rocky
he does.
sees him last
Oh my
second, but
God.
Lock doesn't turn in time. They are down 2 here, and Silver sniping, so this is going to be hard to push out for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Rocky literally press W into him. As I say that though, Faithless is moving in, and Deft again, without the support of his team, gets pressured back, but really not taking that much damage.
Vayner
A
drops to the
fantastic
sniper.
shot by Silvo. The frags are going the other way though. He'll die too, but I mean, he gets the medic with Uber, so you know, you take that. You
Yeah,
always
they're
take
gonna
that.
fight this. I think they should be careful here. Yeah, they need a back and just keep their ad.
That was,
And that's mission accomplished.
yeah, that was a nice work by Aishao though, just forcing that combo out for the time being to get his team at least, you know, buy them
They
a
are
bit of
just
time.
walking straight back in though, even though they're 1 down. I'm not sure they want to give this away so easily.
Super
But
will
they
go
just are
down
going
in
to.
lobby.
That's... Yeah, maybe they weren't really up, or they thought the ad was really big, but it was only like 35%, unless my HUD's broken. Now it's closer. Faith walks in and dies somewhere. But yeah, that was... I'm not sure why they needed to give that up so passively, without even doing anything.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd choice that. Henrik going down to... I didn't even see where that sticky trap was. I'm just going to assume it was one of the
It was
classic
barrels,
ones.
was it?
I think it was barrels. Okay, Silvo comes in and suspends
destroyed.
the scout and just says goodbye. See you later.
They've-
Vayner,
they've-
what are you...
oh,
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh
yeah,
no.
Not sure what the comment on that one is.
That is how you not play medic. The sentry goes down and wow, that's...
Yeah,
But that's
I
a
think,
misstep.
yeah, I think less said about that one, the better. Kind of 3 plays, just including Vayner dying in 1-on-1s or 1v2s. And then
So
it's like,
Madmen have a
Yeah.
2-round lead with just under 6 minutes left on the clock. They Ratman really
Yeah,
needs to step
I
up their
think
games here.
Silvo's going behind here already. He's really forward here. They haven't seen him either, I don't think. No, TJ knows.
Yeah. So he'll be kept back for now.
Yeah, I don't think they want to spend too much time killing him.
Well, he comes in though and gets
the rest
damage
of their
off, but
the
just
rest
misses.
of their team was crushed though, but they are going to walk through here. Faith is on 5 health. But
Yeah.
there should still be the win for them, unless
Rocky-
Faith can 2-shot Barney.
Oh my god, Rocky just denying TJ Dash. Fane doesn't know where to look. He is
I actually
constantly
can't believe
doing...
they won that. That's actually ridiculous. Rocky somehow 1v1s TJ even though they have a medic. And Faith is going to clean up. Wow.
Yeah,
They're going to be beyond pissed about that. That should have been so easy.
and
But
I
they
mean,
just, they didn't fight together, they didn't heal. Like, both scouts were 4 fucking health. And they didn't kill either of them in the end.
and yeah, I mean, you called it at the start of the game that you think, you know, the scout matchup was gonna really tell the tale of what was gonna happen. And right now, Rocky and Faithless are just, they can basically do no wrong at the moment.
Yeah, I feel kind of Rocky's beasting a bit. I don't think they're probably doing decent damage, but they're just not fragging that hard compared to Rocky especially.
Well, I mean, using the advanced stats, it really tells us tale because Rocky is on 4 dominations, and we all know that's, you know, the only stat that
Yeah,
matters coming out of the
exactly.
game. So we see what Ratman are going to do here, but I mean, if you're Madman, you don't even really need to push. You've got 4 minutes on the clock remaining, 2-round advantage. They are going to come in now. Enrif gets completely denied, saved by his medic at the last minute, gets the sentry gun. Fane, caught out in no man's land, gets taken down by Faithless. Bit of time left up on point. Shupa's doing all he can, gets destroyed by Rock in the air. He picks up another, and picks up the cap.
Yeah, they actually brained that really hard though. Like their Uber was trash. Like you said, Enrith got bullied and just saved in the end. But basically, like 1 or 2 of them bait the point and then run off straight away. And then Deft and I think it was a Soli go on. They both die basically instantly. And then yeah, then it's just the 4v5 or 4v6 whatever from then on. And yeah, Varna's trying to hide to get Uber, doesn't work out for him.
And with just over 3 minutes left, Ratman are gonna have to basically be perfect. And yeah, they lose Ice Shell early. Silva's gone behind. Varna's on no health.
This is a mid-over and Varna's dead.
Yup. So yeah, Ratman
Lock does die at the end of this one, and Silver does. TJ probably has to go for the mid block,
and he's going to just pick up a health pack. He's gonna try to deny
the...
Hertz instead, who hits a really nice rocket and gets
not
the
really
health
worth
pack.
it though. Like if they kill the guy mid, it's probably theoretically possible.
Wait, well, he was just going for the domination.
Now it's not. Yeah. Rocky should go in the Rocky cam. I wonder who he needs.
Yeah, he's on the 5 doms. Can he make it 6? I mean, that's really that's all that's left.
Did he last die? Probably was like 5 deaths or something. Faith does die here though. Shupa will get cleaned up by Rocky, and there should be a run away from them.
They're going hard. TJ's leading his team in. Feigning with a big bomb, gets off fantastic
Oh, come on,
damage.
Rocky. Outfrag them. No!
He can't do it, and there we go. Aisha gets revenge. So who's the real winner of this match? You know?
Yeah, I feel like Aisha just won the moral victory, which everyone knows is important. Rocky will remember that moment going to the finals and it'll piss him off, so...
We're seeing double sniper right now.
I mean, this is meme time. It's 5-2 with 1:55 left. It's impossible.
No, I'm not angry. I just wanted to see something fun happen. As we see Silvo in this...
Get baited by their team, tell them no. This is a serious game, boys. We need as many rounds as possible, and they swap off.
Yeah, I mean, end of the season. Who knows what's going to happen? The Uber comes in, but just like last round, this sentry gun is doing far too much work. They take about 80% of that Uber. Silver comes in, gets off some big damage. The rest of his team's just cleaning it up. Shupa's, I mean, he's trying his heart out, but it's all for naught. And these teams,
I mean,
they are
just awful. Like they. Like you said, the gun takes 80% of the Uber, plus they don't take any positioning. Like, they kill the gun and end the Uber where they started, which is under, which is never where you want to end.
Yeah, we see Aisha, you know, I mean, he's gone into sniper mode too. TJ with a nice
I don't think it
there.
worked too well last time. Lux should die here, though, and he will.
Yeah. I mean, Fane, you know, with 97% Uber, so Fane trying to redeem himself a bit come the end of the game. TJ should get cleaned up here, I should say. Nope, just decides to beast mode Enrift. So you know they're winning this final fight, which good on them. Good on them. They're really trying at the end here.
Yeah, I mean, they should get this round. It's 6v2, and Block is up on Sniper. Let's see what he can get done, boys. Doesn't even block the point. Literally could have saved the round there, but doesn't even do it. And runs into spawn. Come on, Darb, step up.
And with that, Ratmen claw back around, but it is 5-3 at the end of Snakewater. Madmen picking up a really, really good win here after, frankly, they looked shaky at the start. Going down, you know,
yeah,
pretty
they'll be
unconvincingly
disappointed.
early.
If you look at the round times, it's 2-1 at like the midway point to Ratmen, and then a minute 23, a minute 49, 3:20, 2:10. They just win 4 in a row and game over. Like, that has to be pretty disappointing for Ratmen. Like, just Hertz basically stopped being a retard at mid and won from that essentially. Like, he just died instantly every mid.
Yeah, he was going on for these really... I mean, I get the bombs he was trying to make. You know, it's a classic draw eyes, let your scouts and demo push forward, take that space, take the room. But he was doing it while his team were dealing with other players, and like it just wasn't working.
Well, I feel like most of them were too early. Like the second and third round, they were too early for anyone to even help.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And with that, I'm gonna try to bring up some logs here, so I can get my hands on them.
I mean, it's Rocky top frags, I think. Yeah, 23 over TJ on 27. So some solid clean up there. Although he did take a fuckload of heals, 20% for second scout is quite a lot compared to Faith. Although he did outfrag Faith, not by a huge amount, 6, which is 20% heals is what you'd expect. You need to be fragging hard there. Aishao is probably the one that's most disappointed with only 19 heals. Not insane damage, you know, for what, 22% heals, all the Ubers and all that.
Yeah, I mean it is interesting if you sort by damage in this, it is, I mean it's a fairly even mix between the teams. It's just a matter of one team was finishing fights better than the other.
Well, I mean, it was literally just those 4 mids in a row. Like, the rest of the game didn't matter at all. Like, just that 10 minutes where they won the 4 mids in a row in the second half of the game was basically just why they won.
Yeah.
So, like, all stats and all this shit doesn't really matter. It was literally, like, the rest of the game was tight, and then, yeah, just walked over them 4 mids. That's enough rounds to win the game.
Say that my TF2 crashes, so fantastic game. So yeah, I mean, age-old tale of
it's
if you want
a sign, man.
It's a sign.
Clink is trying to tell you something.
Not even the admins can get onto this map.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, you did have it right. I mean, if you want to win 5 CP, win the mid fight, win it convincingly. You should, you know, if you're a competent team, get the round as a result. That
the first 2 of those 4, Lana died at mid, didn't he? And then I think either the 3rd or 4th one, he did that shit where he walked into the lobby by himself and died.
Yeah, and then
the other one was where Hertz got behind and they misplayed.
Yeah. And we also had the 5th minute of the game where it was just both teams were surviving forever because both meds were just hitting apparently every arrow they shot.
Well, they've readied up already though, so it'll be interesting to see if it changes differently to this map, because they didn't play too badly last time. It was just their trades last week was what let Ratmen down. So it'll be interesting to see if they fix that up as we go into the first mid. Who are you watching?
I'm still getting back into the server, so can you take this while my game loads?
Well, both teams, they're pretty passive for now. Hertz and Faith both have gone behind. No, they're just fake bombing it. Hertz, yeah, they come back out. Hertz has got impounded here, gets arrowed, saves him at the last second. Yeah, pretty sloppy. Sicko mode is behind. Vina gets stuck forward, does die, but Shupa is behind here. Should be able to clean up. Nice pipe from Enra, save the day.
Log getting caught out from his team here, and really nice rocket by Fane as I make it into the rest of the mid. Can Fane get this second soldier? He's going for the skill stick.
And, yeah. They'll be disappointed losing on the end. That was a good kill though, like you said. They thought they had everyone, and then Fane gets in behind. That's pretty common theme on this map. Someone gets behind and kills your mid.
Yep, and we see
very shit fighty kind of mid though. Everyone was kind of just
their
everywhere.
team is just gonna walk into the soldier who's hiding up above. 1 rocket onto the med, 2 rockets onto the med, but Varna with an excellent surf away from Hertz as he was hiding in a very nice goblin spot, but just not able to finish off the frag there.
Varna's mechanics are very good. Like you said, that one run away from mid where he almost survived by knocking Rocky away, and then Enrith and the Sully get him the last second. And most of his surfs are pretty solid. It's just, it's the thinking category where he lets himself down a couple of times.
Yep, and we actually do see a bit of an Uber advantage on the side of red here, about maybe 15%, but it's
they're
really
not going to be
enough.
able to do anything.
Nah,
They
probably
probably
don't
don't
even
know.
I
I
guess
guess
Locke did die late, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a good accepted way to go from second to mid yet. Like, there's a lot of small doorways, and doorways are bad.
Yeah. And so we just see both teams they're just clumping up these units.
Yeah, I think that they're going to want to trade on Rocky. That's kind of what Coffee Clock tended to do last time as well.
As you
and he
say
gets
that,
really
he
far
comes in really aggressively, gets some nice shots into depth. The Uber does come out a bit later as we see Shuba being the first to fall. They do find Rocky, which could be big coming late into the fight. Locke is just holding onto this backline, not overextending as the rest of his team's cleaning up these frags. Varna should make it out here as he's kind of shepherded away.
There as well.
Sicko mode Silvo does come in at the end there, and really well played from Locke there. He just let his team walk forward and just said, no, I'm not going to take any damage.
Gets botted, apparently, or bots into Hertz and gets midied. Nice shot there. They do have a couple people up. They should get cleaned up. No, Silvo does die here. Deft is defending the point by himself, and they will bully them away, so they don't instantly lose here.
Yeah, Hertz unable to be saved by his team in time, so... I mean, there is a 50% advantage on the side of Madmen, so, I mean, it's going to come up with some...
They are just pushing already, though, so they don't give us stuff, apparently. They're just going to go. I hope they don't have yet. And they probably will work. Really
good work there from TJ. He just just looked at the other team and just... asked them very nicely to go away.
Big boy pants and go away.
Silvo just patrolling this shutter door, not really doing much. Hertz coming in, putting in some early damage, but taking a lot and actually forces out a really
early
not
remember that part?
Well, they get Varna, so I guess it works.
They do get 2 though in the end, so it's not a complete disaster. Like they'll still lose, but they'll have to hold.
That looked incredible for Ratman with how early they got that force out with all the damage they were putting on, and then they just decided to go asleep.
Well, just Varna, once again, the thinking category, letting them down, not remembering to back up before the Uber, like just assuming they could shit fight that out, or just forgetting that it was ad or something, or not counting properly. And instead of being kind of back at the roller door or back right, he was basically on the medium pack inside the Uber, and just instantly dies.
Yep, and so we see Ratman with just a sentry on this left-hand side here, dispenser on the right, as both medics looking to get over. Enrith dies to a trap. Rocky coming in with this Uber and Hurt, seeing what they can do. They find the gun late, and it is actually doing a lot of work. Rocky gets taken out by a fantastic rocket from Fane, saving his demo. Varna with the juke steps, and it's actually a crits creek? That took me by surprise. The TJ just cleans up everyone.
Yeah.
Well, that was, I mean...
Probably didn't need to use it. I mean, they should have ad anyway on it, but basically, Enrith getting dropped, they still kind of had to go because they were already in. And then, they basically couldn't really get the gun quick enough or get any kills. Rocky goes for the demo, kind of by himself, and like you said, Fane jumps him and smashes him in the head with a direct.
Silvo comes in behind, gets 1-2 clean rockets
That's
onto
just behind
Varna.
as well. He should get cleaned up here, though. Yeah, nice shot from Shupa.
Rocky...
Varna did get kind of left behind though. Lockie's
Oh,
gonna
here we go.
die here though
Shupa
as
coming
well,
in. Oh, Locke. I'm sorry to cut you off. Locke there with a fantastic surf away from Shupa there. Fane hiding, seeing what he can do.
Enrith 360 pipes TJ.
Wow. I mean, that was some fantastic mechanics coming out from Madman.
Playing the new Modern Warfare, I see. Enrith already had his 360s.
He's going. He's gaming tonight. Really good bomb there by Silverdock. So, I mean, just the crispest of rockets you could hope for onto Varna. He had no chance of surviving.
Everyone can get in behind and all that. as well. Like they were dealing with the people behind, and basically everyone went back for that. And yeah, Deft and Varna kind of just got left out. They don't have a full Ubrad again, and
Yeah,
Enrith doesn't get dropped this time.
Exactly, comes in. Rocky playing the point, gets saved by his medic. Super doing what he can to juggle people off, but the damage coming out from Hurt and Rocky and Enrith is too much.
Well,
Locke picks himself up a frag.
Lux,
and there you go.
Play was basically perfect there. Multied at the exact right time when they were blocking. Like they start going the point, everyone tries to block it, and then yeah, Locke just multis perfectly Rocky and the other dude, and they clean up.
Yep, so on the Enrith cam is rolling out to mid, actually gets caught as he's making the jump onto seconds, so maybe a bit delayed here compared to Def, who's just kind of looking and wondering where the other team is. Nah, this mid's so wide that it shouldn't matter. Silverdog's coming in for a bomb. He's going in underneath, trying to sneak around, see what he can do. Here we go. Comes in right now, gets one rocket onto a scout, but really not focusing his fire too well there. Fane providing a bit of a distraction as he's turning heads here as the rest of the fight goes on. And that allows iShout to walk in and pick up a couple of frags. Can he get the third?
Oh, Enrith though.
Yeah, it
nice
does.
Pipe.
Really nice play there from Fane though. He just delayed Madman's movement by long enough that it allowed iShout to get aggressive. But as you said, I mean, Ratman not protecting their medic for however many times it's been.
I think that was a sneaky play at least though, and just kind of got him behind 2 or 3 shot him.
Yeah, this mid with the geometry of it, there's a lot of ways to kind of, I guess, bamboozle the other team if they're kind of all looking at this kind of like one choke point on the side here. So we see both. Varna's actually got a pretty. Here we go, back on the crits. Okay, I like this play. It looks like
they'll just half go left. There's nowhere really else. Hurts does. Oh no, just fake bombs it.
Yep, and gets taken out.
I think he got killed on the wall. Have they used?
No, they're just...
They're waiting for Locke. Locke is out in the open here.
Yeah, Super is jumping in actually
he is really
with his
close,
first jump.
Though. They kind of need to go to last straight away and use if they want to. Otherwise, they might have to just go for the sneaky crit.
You basically, yeah, at this point you kind of have to get the perfect shot off. They lose that Uber advantage. I mean, nice drive push in though. Really good work just forcing them out. Enrith being a bit aggressive, it could get taken out. Some nice damage onto him, but just those final pistol shots not connecting, and he does get up.
Not really a crit comes in either. They do get the force though. Death does die for it. Gets a crit insta-kill.
And looks like Super, no, Silverdogs actually cleans that up again. Silverdogs is really making the flank his own. Enrith comes in with providing some support on stickies, locks out TJ. Really good work from him.
They do have crits out here, but yeah, not the play they would have want to happen. They should lose here too. The thing is with this map, the spawns are really quick. Like Deft and Fane or Super, are literally already alive to hold this somehow. Like they're insanely quick when you're attacking last.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, there is that 40% crits advantage on the side of Vanna, but I mean, the element of surprise is gone. You know, Madman knows what's going to be happening. They're going to be looking out at this.
Yeah, Locks and Enrith are literally already basically going up top.
Yep,
I mean, they should
the way that
here.
Enrith actually popping a sticky trap about a second before it could have got this team. They clean up Hurts, but they lose Fane
here as well, and they lose 3. If they go now, they should be able to force and get added for last.
And it looks like that's what Super is doing. He's moving in front of the team here.
That might stop it. They should still sack and then probably back.
If he actually had a chance to pick up the demo there. Enrith, was just kind of caught out on low ground, not expecting. TJ goes down as well. Enrith doing a really good job supporting his team in these fights.
So yeah, they're going to get a free second off this just because of all those late deaths, like the trap and then all of that. And then it will be Uber against crits at mid, so... Unless Def can do a little better than the last 2, or last 3, or whatever it was.
Looks like they're being really aggressive with Rocky on this left-hand side. Cleans up Super, and they're just
die as well,
walking
around.
As well.
He does somehow kill.
Team.
Both Solis kind of going for stuff. They do, in the end, manage to trade. But yeah, this is still... Oh, they do get the force, actually. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, no, the force, it was really good. And now the crit, so it started with a really good push in, and then the team... Here we go. The crit comes in. Death, that is what you need to do with the crits creep. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was
one sticky
beautiful.
in the doorway, meta demo, instantly deleted. So there should just be a walk into last at 6v3.
He doesn't have his team supporting him yet. Def's going really aggressive here. I mean, he gets to level 1.
There's literally no one alive. Just start capping, trap off, and you win.
So here we go. Yep, there we go. Cleaned up
they
at
did
the
get
end
the
now.
spawn, so that could have been a bit spicy, but yeah, they got enough time and enough players that they won in the end. So
And all comes off of just a really good force. I'm not sure who got it. I think it might have been Fane, but
was it? I think it was Schuper. I was on
I-
the Fane cam, but I didn't see
okay.
one.
I think Super died before they popped though. I don't know. We're bad
Fane?
casters. We're sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. We're the only ones left.
Yep. So as we come to this third mid-fight of the game, both teams just exchanging damages. No one really wanting to make that first move. Here we go. Hertz coming in. Big bomb. Actually fakes it out so Silvo can come in. But really nice work there from Deft, and the rest of the cleanup from his team comes in. Are you kidding me, Ratman? That is a beautiful collapse onto Madmen. And
Luck
Hertz
should
and
die
Lock.
here. They literally should both get run
Yep.
down. Yeah. Luck does get the... Oh, that's bad.
Ooh.
He's actually still going to die here, I would shoot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Actual, probably one of the best jumps you'll ever see by Schuper. Actually completely blocks off the doorway.
There we
that's
go.
Actually, I mean, they only just started capping mid, but that's probably worse than just dying
And
before you get...
yeah, and that was just such a well-played team mid. I think every fragging class there got a kill in that mid fight.
I
If
think
I'm-
it was
if I'm not
more
mistaken.
just the play from Madman didn't work at all. Silvo literally was inside Varna for 3 whole rockets and didn't hit him once on the staircase. And then from there, it was basically just, yeah, they could clean up. And Hertz's fake bomb didn't really do any damage. They
Okay,
hadn't hit straight
yeah, the
away,
Uber
haven't
comes
really
in.
done much.
Hertz actually flanking on the side here with his soldier partner Silvo. They end up trading their lives, and it looks like it's going to work out really well. Vaughn is just being plus boarded by the turret on a slither of health. Should die to... Nope, he's going to just get that... No,
That's
okay,
fine.
Enrich going to finish up. Depp
Yeah,
doing what he can,
Faith-
and Enrich with a free K.
Faith winning it was 4v4, and Faith absolutely pounds TJ, makes it a 4v3. Otherwise, if whoever won that 1v1 probably wins the round for their team, and Faith goes big, does it for the team.
Yeah, also really helped that Hertz and Silvo just kind of bullied out players trying to come in from that right-hand side, so there wasn't able to be that complete team support. I mean, they traded their lives for it, but...
Yeah, well, it was basically the Uber itself didn't kill anything, and then they traded with Locke is really bad spot. He gets Varna!
Oh, okay.
Arrow's
okay.
the medic! See you, kid.
I mean, that goes in the frag bit.
Varna's gonna
does-
die though. Nice bomb from Seeker mode, and they're actually gonna get fully cleaned up here. So Varna
Yeah,
gets the hero
Deft is
play,
caught out. He
but that's
just...
still everyone dead, and it'll be even Ubers, and they lose mid. Silvo taunting for that champion.
I mean, fair enough. Don't blame him for that. Hertz is trying to... They're going to do this 1v1 now. Hertz is just going to wisely
I don't
jump
think he
around.
realized they were gonna get forward.
Oh!
He does somehow kill Aishao though.
Wonderful work.
That's really, yeah, that's a fair enough. Big XD in chat from
Yep.
Hertz there, showing his toxicity. And they probably can just walk in here. Schuper is going for play though. He will kill Silvo.
Yeah. That was actually
Silvo?
really... Oh no, you
Silvo's
can't lose
Silvo's
that.
actually a beast.
You can't
he jumps
lose
over
that.
the dude's head on 10 health, doesn't get
Drop-
splash somehow,
And he drops
kills
the
him.
lol. I mean, fair enough. That is a really disappointing
Yeah,
play from Super
Silvo
there.
actually going sicko mode. And yeah, they will just bully them out here. He does lol somehow get blind debt. Literal wall hacks, okay.
I think that's like Death's 5th blind debt across
I'm
like,
pretty
the
sure
two
he
maps.
just casually wall hacks just for the blind debts.
I mean,
Like,
you know
that's
what?
it.
We'll look into it. So Faithless just kind of peeking around this lobby, seeing if there's anyone being a bit cheeky, but there's not. So we're seeing... Here we go. Silvo's actually going to off class 2 sniper as Locke is building up these final few percent before they reach even Ubers. With this sentry on this left-hand side seems fairly standard.
Where's
And-
TJ with the spy? Was he just checking? Just checking.
Yeah, so they should know that there is a sniper now.
They did have
and-
actually a pretty big ad there. 11 seconds. They must
Yeah.
have known.
Okay, we're
right, sniper. This
Vaughn
is-
is just sitting behind this glass panel.
Yeah, this seems like actually an awful. And Trooper somehow casually walks in, kills the demo. They
so,
should do something off that. You would hope at least.
Yeah, it looks like Eyeshout. No,
Oh, gets
Eyeshout's gonna
dropped.
walk in as
See
a
ya,
solo
NG.
NG. Fane actually using that nut. He gets spotted out by
Yeah,
Scout
this is really
immediately.
awkward. Varna's really far forward now.
Oh, Rocky just surviving on 10 HP.
Oh.
And there we go. In all that confusion, another fantastic shot does get taken out.
Oh, Fang
Rocky as
double kill
well.
though. Varna's gonna get forced here though. You would think.
Faith,
You know,
oh my god,
he big
Fane.
dicks it, and Faith kind of chokes a little bit and gets pounded. So
Fane
yeah,
is,
Varna. Varna assuming they lose the round, if he Ubers, so he believes in the team, doesn't
We
pop.
actually have Hertz on the flank here. Fane runs into him, and we get a classic trade there.
Yeah, Fane will take that though. That's really good for his team.
Locke actually
Does somehow get Uber.
Yeah, I
Oh,
shall
doesn't get forced
forcing
into either.
that out there. They get TJ. The counter pop comes in.
Def needs to be really careful though. He's been completely abandoned. He does get the arrow and Uber in the
Silvo's
last second.
also
But then they don't
gonna
have the numbers
jump
here.
in.
Yeah, they don't kill. They must have not realized. Varna's gonna die here. This should be round. You would think.
Yep, they clean up Rocky and
Varna does survive, but I don't think they have numbers. No,
gets cleaned up right at the tail end of that. TJ doing what he can, but he runs into about 4 players. We see Super coming in with a big bomb, gets faithless, but not much more. 2
They
players
could win
on the
this
point.
though. If Deft hits big, Ishell's still alive too. They need to block the point.
I shall. Come on, it's all on you, buddy.
No! He goes for the memes and gets pounded.
Goes for the memes and loses. Enrif just, you know, left click, right click,
plays
easy as you
demo.
want.
Shoot literally the middle of the point, right click anywhere, gets the kill.
Yeah,
I would have missed that if I was demo, but demo plays apparently doesn't.
Madman picked them up from just a botched Uber trade on second point.
Yeah, I don't think they realized they weren't going to have a better Uber. Like, Def was so far forward. He had saved in the end, but he was too far forward once the Uber ended because of that, and they lost.
We see Hertz actually wrapping him behind. Fane kind of has his number on these last couple of minutes. So
Yeah, it doesn't really matter though,
out.
because he survives.
Yeah, of course not. And actually, nope, as you say, the Hertz will come in, actually get a force Fane off
Silver
his high
was behind,
ground.
they do know though. But yeah, and risk using that to take over the round, and yeah, Hertz
And Vaughn is on a
gets the
slither of
last laugh.
HP. If Super gets one rocket on here, actually TJ, really fantastic work body blocking. Then their Hertz comes in again.
They're all going to get cleaned
one
up
rocket
though.
all you
Varna
need.
does die from Hertz though, so
And
once,
it's a drop just as he gets Uber.
I think
Rocket.
yeah, can't really blame him for that one. That saves the round probably, so that's a nice play in the end.
Yeah, I mean the 2 soldiers of Madman there doing a lot of work. I mean TJ did a fantastic job to. I mean Varna could have died a lot earlier there because Silver was coming in with a perfect.
I
plan.
feel like Madman probably could have played it. Whoa, shoot. Okay.
Yeah,
Super
this was the
casually-
Goblin spot Hertz was in at the start of the map. Gets faithless for his efforts, which he'll take.
Not really worth. TJ dies as well in the
Yeah.
roller door there, and then this will be mid. Because
Hertz might go down there. Ishell,
yeah,
some
doesn't
nice
hit the
shots.
shot. They might actually kill more here.
Just
Oh,
picks
no.
up the health pack, but Rocky comes in and defends his soldier who
It's
was on, I
4v4
believe,
though.
9
Deft has
HP.
been kind of abandoned here. Needs to get some heals.
And Rocky just plus
Rocky will
boarding
get
him.
cleaned
There we go.
up. But yeah,
Fane
it does-
comes in, but just a second too late. Him and the soldiers, there we go. Super with a nice little midi there to finish off Enrif. Silver goes down too.
choking a bit.
Locke
but
goes
yeah.
down. Faithless should clean up.
Oh,
it's
huge rocket.
Super!
Huge
I
rocket
mean-
saves his life. He should still die. Yeah, Faith in as the rats go gets him. He's actually pounded Aishu here. He does choke at the
TJ
end though.
comes in, though.
Unfortunate. Yeah,
Yeah.
TJ comes saves the day. But yeah,
I
lots
mean,
of
that rocket
random
by Super
shit.
though.
Yeah, that was actual big, huge brain.
And we see Hertz again, just trying to goblin. He is fully behind
Rocky
this
should
team.
get caught out here. Though does sneak out. Enris up the tops though.
Fane
But
yet
they
again
should be
on
able
the
to get
back
here
line.
though. Yeah, Fane cleans up.
So I mean, Fane really locking down Hertz on a lot of these
TJ
plays.
just showing a brain jump spot. I didn't know you can jump off that pipe up there.
Here you go. We're
Crits,
learning live on
top
stream.
right.
Here we go. Locke actually
And they
really
have ad here.
aggressive. Okay, here we go. Silver goes down.
Enris actually just big dicking this. He will
Fane-
get cleaned up in the end.
Okay,
Locke is
Enrif goes
almost gonna
down.
get-
Rocky goes down. This could be big. Ishell's just holding that W key, getting a ton of damage onto Hertz. His medic saves him, but
They do have,
Faithless
though.
does go down to TJ.
Varna doesn't realize and just stands there and gets raped. They could get this though if no one spawns. No, Super will die and Silver's up.
Def looked like he might have wanted to take that, but wisely backs off. Really nice play there in the end from Locke.
Yeah,
Hertz
little-
coming in really aggressively,
He'll-
taking
he
this
should
1v1
die
with a
here, though,
scout.
Yeah.
TJ,
A bit of overconfidence though there from Varna. Like, or just AFK on the point gets midied when he could have dodged or healed or something.
yeah, and TJ doesn't want to give up this point. He's being really aggressive here. Fane
I
actually goes
think
down
it's
super
the right
early.
call. They have a lot of stragglers. Locke sneaks inside.
Oh,
But Rocky would get left
TJ
behind.
almost saved his Roma completely there. A nice nice rocket from Silvo does take him out, but TJ's making a ton of space for his team. Enrif gets completely juggled out of this fight. Faithless should get taken out here, taking a ton of damage as TJ cleans up another player. Faithless surely dies here.
Gets arrowed, very
fantastic.
OP weapon.
Faithless is... Okay, TJ cleans up his 8th of the round so far. Or 8th of this life, I should say. Just basically putting the team on his back at this current moment in time.
And yeah, they do trade in here. Def's been a little left behind, but Rocky's not going to go through with his team so down in numbers. They just need to, once the Uber ends, if they can start trapping the point, someone needs to get on it though. Shooper dies during the Uber.
Aishao comes in and is just doing a ton of damage.
On it, and yeah, they can't stop that.
So that round was basically TJ carrying his team.
TJ just big dicking it. Doesn't give a fuck. He's going to win the round, like you said. Doesn't die.
On the domination count, up to 3.
Doesn't die. And he won't dominate as much as he doesn't get Ubers, so I wouldn't expect it probably to go down at mid. But yeah, now that they've brought it even, at least they didn't choke as much. Their mids are down, I think, at least, so they know a bit more what they're doing. So they shouldn't get stomped, you would hope.
Hertz gets spotted out early on the side, so he just kind of has to wait around not doing much. He gives Fane room to move open. Silvo does get taken out. Hertz is actually trying to re-enter, but wisely jumps back out.
Clean. They're doing huge D here. TJ looks like he wants to chase.
Ball gets...
get left behind.
Fantastic movement there by TJ. Gets set up, and they're not stopping this aggression. They take down
Hertz, huge shot. Probably save. No, Lock will die. He gets the shot. That's a nice play by Lock. I mean, he does have to use, so I mean, it's good play.
It's not a win, but it's better than dying and giving up heals. But a really nice passive mid from Ratman. They were just doing damage and kind of just zoning Madman out of that fight.
Yeah, that's a bit unnecessarily aggro from my shell. They're doing the typical. This is their play. It seems you brass beast heavy with pyro up top. Don't even bother with Genji, and then Enrith just forces it and then runs in the spawn bottom right. Yep. I don't know where they're going now. They're just going in main. That's been pounded though.
Yeah,
and in behind.
They're getting no damage off because right clickers pyro exists. Faithless is just standing there getting arrowed. TJ runs
die in the end though, but yeah, Rocky's doing big D. Def does survive. He needs an arrow though. Vana, find him.
Vana, please. Oh, Def.
They should 2v2. If they can start capping, I think they might have this. They need to block it. Yeah, Lock is going for the Uber source. Oh, he dies!
Here we go. Demo 1v1, and Def comes out on
They
top.
win the demo. I think if Lock just played that safer, like just let Enrith defend the point and not go for the YOLO saw, they had that.
Yeah, he was kind of going for that hero play.
He would have had Uber if he got it, but then Def just does the typical shoot sticky at feet, do a 190 damage sticky, whatever it is.
And there we go. Ratman go up 3-2 with 6 minutes left on the clock. Let's see what happens on the 6th mid fight of the game. We see Scouts trading off some aggressive damage early, but TJ just gets denied. Herzlin with a big bomb finds Vana, loses his life for it, but you'll take that every day of the week. Faithless actually with a fantastic frag gets cleaned up at the end of that. It's just Fane. He's nothing he can do there against 3 players.
That is just walk at them. Maybe he just wants to die.
That was the Hertz bomb we've kind of been waiting for in a mid fight between all of these 2 maps.
Yeah, I mean, they literally just got stuck in the door. Like, Vana was literally in the worst spot, and then, yeah, Hertz bombs in. So, basically, the exact thing they didn't want to happen, happened. They down Uberad.
And we see the essentially double sentry gun and mobile sentry gun setup coming out here.
Implying Brass Beast is mobile. Come on, man.
No. He's playing Tomislav.
Good on him. Not a bitch.
Yep. So we see, there we go, Sticky Traps gets caught out.
Interesting spot though, he's so forward. He'll get molested if they see him. They haven't noticed him yet though.
Uber
this
comes
is actually brain.
Yeah, Uber comes in really early.
Still hasn't noticed him. He should clean up though. Silvo lands on his head. He won't kill him though, so that's really bad in the end. Vana so far forward, somehow surviving, but they will clean this up, you would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Vana can double, nah. Yeah, that's really unfortunate from Aishao. It looked like he was in a position to clean up, but then doesn't manage to kill Silvo. And then him and some other player died. So yeah, that's once again, Ratman get themselves in the lead and then lose
give it up.
Yeah, disappointing way possible.
And we'll see who decides to bite first on this mid fight, because when Ratmen decide to bite first, they normally lose, and when Madmen decide to bite first, it's basically a coin toss if they win or not.
Chupa's going really aggro here. He's gotten kind of thumped there. I'm not really sure if that was the play, but Hertz kind of does the same thing. And
Yeah,
Silver gets cleaned up. So they're really low here, but they should.
Yeah.
They do have the numbers. If they just had played as a team, this is a nice bomb though.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Fane
Locke
really
might
just
sneak
forcing
out.
them out here. Enrith,
Oh, that's kills
goes-
himself.
was he trying to sticky jump out and
I think
just
he was.
like took
Locke
damage
should
at the same time?
survive here. He'll sneak out main. They're all
Oh,
gonna
they
yell
go-
at him. TJ
goes
will
for the-
kill him. No?
TJ, please hit your shots
Oh,
there.
Fane does.
no.
Oh, what? TJ somehow kills the Hurt spawning as
Whoa.
well. I don't think
I-
he noticed him.
Yeah, I mean, for once, I guess Locke doesn't escape with Uber, so that's a plus for Ratman. And Varna survives, and, you know, they win the mid eventually.
They want to aggro this. Have they paused?
I believe they have.
No,
Yeah, here we
because
go.
it just okay, the cap glitch.
Yeah, okay, that gives us a
I
bit
know,
of time
Hurt's
to talk
just
about...
missed.
Yeah. That was a
Yes.
very hectic series of events.
Yeah, I mean both solos kind of shit bombs and both died, but then Silvo, I think he did the same kind of bomb as Fane, but didn't, or as Shupa, but didn't do much damage either, and so both solis just were dead. And then yeah, from then it was kind of run away, and this map's a bit hard to run away off because you always get stuck on that staircase. And yeah, they basically knew that to win before Golden Cap, they needed to just big dick it. And
Okay,
I
and the
paused
pause
already,
comes
that's
out.
good.
Faithless is actually plus boarding, and Fane with another nice rocket to defend his medic. And are you... Wow. Okay, Soldier's just going big in that 5 seconds.
Shupa and Fane, while they're like kind of relatively new to like top prem, they both have like insane DM. Like, they
Fane
hit
is
fat middies all
really
game,
impressed me
dude.
this map. He's gone big. And here we go. They pick up second for free. They have 100% Uber. There is 3 minutes left on the clock. Ratmen, please win this round. This would make
let's see
for
how
some
they fuck it up.
damn exciting TF2.
Are
Locke's
they
still not up
even
with...
going?
Potentially?
They haven't in now. Hurt should die here, yeah, but they haven't done anything to the heavy pyro combo, which messed them up last time.
This heavy
And so-
pyro combo is...
yeah.
And there we go, Rocky's just plus forwarding. It gets the demo. Medic's taking a ton of damage. Faith's still alive. Silver gets taken out. The
They
heavy,
might cap
he
it.
can't get to the
Oh,
point.
No, I think Locke got there in time.
Oh,
and he does.
Locke gets the
Oh,
Uber.
Locke saves the day. They're the YOLO goes for it. Ishel might run away. Yeah, he will.
I mean, that's... You were wondering how they were going to stuff it up, and apparently
I
falling...
think they just need to go hard out. Like, let the flank worry about Hurts and shit. You just need to go hard out and kill that heavy or pyro.
yeah,
Like,
I mean...
it's just too good afterwards, you know? Like, it's too strong in post-Uber.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 fights in a row where they've just left Faithless sit up there as a heavy, doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, because, like, they spend half the Uber killing Hurts, which is like, you have a player ad, but then it's like, oh, they still have all the position. And Hurts is on Spy, actually going for something. Yes. Don't see him.
No, just
No,
checking for off
just
classes.
checking.
Probably checking if there was a sniper.
Yeah,
So with 1:50 left,
Don't
hang on.
push out at all.
And do we have a crits on Varna? No, I think we just have default. So they're not going for gimmick plays for the
I
to
mean, they
potentially win
should
it.
just. I mean, they're probably confident they shouldn't lose now. They kind of just have to go for the signal or try and get rid of this gun because there's no heavy, and it's pretty spammable, like from top right, and then just trade. And
Yeah.
hope you can win. I don't know. Now they have Rocky on heavy instead of Faith.
It seems like they might be trying to wait and push, right
it's
up
such a
into the
bitch
death
move,
nails.
though, man.
Yeah,
Such
I mean,
a bitch move.
Okay,
Shupa
actually,
is bombing.
Shupa,
Yeah,
and then
okay,
he
good
at least
night.
he gets signed for the heavy, tries to jump out, but gets
Oh, it's such a bitch
suspended
move.
midair.
You're not gonna lose the round. Just go trade. That was never
Well,
gonna work.
we've-
This map is like impossible to like sack well on. I think.
I mean, with Shupa going down, is there any chance he off classes for something, or
I mean, he
You
might
stick
go
with default, yeah.
Spy. Spy's really hard on this map too, because where do you uncloak? You know, it's literally node behind where they are. Yeah, he is.
okay?
I
well,
feel
I mean,
like
you called
maybe
it.
they could just. They should just trade and then let the Spy stab the heavy or something afterward, because I don't think he's going to get a stab in time. There's 35 seconds left, and he's where?
Here we go. So it looks like the push is coming in. Yep, Deft is leading the charge. They make it in really
this
far
is the
without
right
popping.
call. This
Deft
is-
finally
they-
popping really late. Here we go. The spy comes in.
Oh, he
Very
gets
ready. He
Enrith!
gets Enrith.
That's so big.
And
they
he
haven't spotted him
survives.
either. He'll be in behind.
He's
still.
just
They've
sitting in this
choked it a bit.
alcove.
We do
Okay,
see
he
him
gets
now.
caught, but he gets so much attention called away from him. But Shupa and Ishel go
The heavy
down.
will die.
Fane
This should
doing
be
what
round.
he can. He
Stick
gets
to the
Rocky,
point.
but they're on the point. The scout comes out. They get hurt. What's going to happen?
It's just
Def
Fate.
cleans up Lock. Varnick goes down
Oh,
and
he saves
Fate
it!
lifts.
Oh, they didn't get on it. I can't believe I can't believe they don't win that.
Oh
Fate
my
actually gets gets a quad or something to save the round as Hurt said with the pistol and all that.
wow.
I can't believe that.
The teams are readying up ASAP. They
He
don't want to.
actually hit midi. Like he actually, watching back the stream, he actually hit meat shot after meat shot and then every pistol.
Oh, that I mean,
That was
Faithless.
insane.
Yeah, absolute big dick. And as we said, both teams didn't want to hang around. The adrenaline is pumping. They want to go, or they just hate this map and want it over and done with. So we'll see what happens. iShell coming up on this left side, scouting out, sees the whole team is pushing basically in this direction, except for Silver Dog, who was underneath the point. Gets a lot of damage onto Def. Varnick surfs away,
well.
but they lose. Yeah,
Vayne
they
is
lose him.
on the combo though. He will
TJ
kill Enrith in the end. Yeah, so they do have numbers. Lock does survive here, so it's not a complete disaster. They should get mid pretty easy. Oh no.
Oh, Silverdog's fantastic rocket onto iShell
Yeah,
there,
he'll
cleaning
still
him up.
die. So Fane, they'll get the cap, and Fane should be able to hide somewhere or do a bomb. So it's not a complete disaster. But yeah, basically Varna kind of got squished in that little left part with the double bomb and dies. While Enrith and Locke were pretty passive and so could just walk out.
Yeah, and we see TJ doing just a ton of work there around that fight, but just couldn't quite. I mean, it just came too late, really. So we see Locke with this 60% advantage. They are being kind of forced back by Super and iShell.
Well. Nice saves by
They
Silvo
both,
though.
Vayne coming in behind and he's
know, though, I
drawing
think.
eyes.
Yeah, they do
There we
know.
go. Hurts denies
Rocky
him kind
will
of
kill him.
mid-jump. And that's going to be, yeah, 3
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And an easy mid and second
None of them really
take.
going for the mid. Varna should get Uber here for second, but it's like... No, okay, they do get spawns. I swear spawns on this map are too quick.
That was really rapid, yeah. So Varna is up on his own Uber, as we see both teams just settling down a bit. It looks like Locke is healing up his flank. Maybe you want to move in kind of aggressively here by the looks of things.
I
but...
think Rocky will just trade. They they did that nice set play where they won their first
yeah, here we
round.
go.
It was
Rocky coming
basically-
up from the high ground, but
Oh, he just walks
TJ,
in?
yeah,
Okay.
TJ standing still and not even moving to aim, just says, "Okay, you can plus forward me. I'll
TJ
just
will
press
die
left
here
click."
though to Silvo. Silvo will get cleaned up in the end. He does have nice rockets though. Shupa does manage to just survive. but
Oh, and here we go. iShall kind of moving in aggressively here.
This
but
is really bad though if he doesn't get
doesn't
anything,
know-
which he's not going to. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 3v5 now. Bit over aggressive I think there. You can't have you both die. And now they should get bullied back to last.
Yeah, he either had to kind of big dick it or
I don't
back
think they
out,
should
and he
even
kind
hold
of.
lobby here either. They should just
They're
back
not.
to last, play safe.
Yeah.
Def is getting left behind though a little. Nah, it's fine.
And here we see, so both
But yeah,
meds
bit
are
over
even.
aggressive. Sorry.
No. We see TJ on Spy probably just checking for off classes, yep, as he moves over to the heavy weapons class. Super just getting in some of this early spam as...
I feel like
oh,
Varna
gets
would
a
be
nice
better
rocket
off.
onto Locke.
I guess they might be scared of Sniper, but I think they're better off just sitting top, because I don't think it's possible to get traded into top.
It does, yeah. Here we go,
It's like
Rocky
now,
comes in
yeah,
really
I mean-
aggressively. The Uber pops super early and the gun's just
really
standing there
awful,
on a
though.
slither of health, and that gun single-handedly stopped the scout Uber. But
They don't get
Super
a single
does
kill.
go
Okay, Super
down
does die in
on the side, and it looks like Silvo will survive on red HP.
I mean, that's fine.
but
They
Varna
literally can
survived.
just wait. If they
Yeah.
shoot nice arrow from Varna, yeah. If they just wait for Super to be out, make sure they don't get back capped. They have full Uber ad. So yeah, pretty ballsy, just all running into spawn there.
Yeah, so a level 1 sentry gun just saved, Ratman's ass there. We see Silverdogs now going for that goblin spot we've seen so many times today. They've got the sticky trap out of the way, but will they notice him? iShao should get taken down here. One rocket onto the med and demo, but deft.
He does
But no, he
use
gets
though-
the force out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big
That
by
should get
Silverdog.
cleaned up though.
No
that's
jumps
really...
over the trap.
Yeah,
wow.
I think they'd know to start checking that. And now, yeah, they're going to take this for free and have full Uber for last. TJ dies as well. This is really bad for Rightman. 4v6 down full Uber. Fane,
Yeah, and
I
it looks
think,
like,
going way
oh my
too
god, Fane
over-aggressive.
gets
You can't die.
completely
It dies.
denied in
Why?
lobby.
Like, what's he gonna make from that anyway? Deft is inside the Uber as well. He might get cleaned up though. Probably choking a little bit. Does kill him in the end, and this should be round.
Yeah, Rocky
And it
goes
will
down.
be.
Brings down the heavy, I should say. Silvo comes
Yeah,
in and just puts out a
crumbling
ton of
bit under
damage.
the pressure. Probably should have won that last round. Doesn't in the end, and then yeah. What the? Did you? What? If you
What?
win the game, the last point laser beams.
Is it?
It charges its laser and shot down. I swear that happened.
I just I alt tabbed before I saw that happen. To get logs, but
Yeah, get your base gets zapped if you lose.
okay. Wow. So really,
I think that was more Ratman losing it than
it
than
yeah, it
Madmen.
was. It felt like the only player on Ratman who had a solid overtime. And not to bag that team, but it seemed like it was TJ and the rest. You know, it felt like
TJ did get a copy though. Shouldn't have died. I thought.
Yeah.
Like, at the end there especially, but yeah, Fane doing good damage, but in that golden cap, the rest of them kind of just got. Because basically they, after that kind of the trade, like they had full ad, like Silvo got that stuff done as well, and then before that it was, they had a couple of player ads, so like they sack half their team and get nothing, and then they just got bullied back to last.
Yep.
So yeah, it was just kind of sloppy mistakes basically.
Yeah, I mean, Silverdog's getting that, I mean, goblin spot that was being used all game, gets a rocket on the scout, then just, ignores the scout, says, I've done with you, and just decides to focus the meta demo, and Varna,
So yeah,
I mean...
on logs, it's like, they do 2k more damage, but 10k less kills, Like, basically the difference is Faith didn't really do much damage. He did get a lot of kills though, 29, which is apart from TJ cleaning up but not doing too much D. But yeah, they must be pretty disappointed considering how much damage they did. And I'm sure a lot of that damage was just from the golden cap as well. Okay, if you look at the normal round, they did like 3.5k more, almost 4k actually more damage, and tied on kills. So that's always going to be a bit depressing.
Yeah, and to kind of call back to something you mentioned earlier, Varna died 8 more times than Locke, having 19 as opposed to 11 deaths, and it felt like there were so many times where I don't know, it felt like he wasn't connecting with his team properly. He was kind of overextending in a few team fights.
Aishu had a pretty bad game too, and he 20 for 25, which is kind of awful for Pocket Scout compared to, I mean, Rocky didn't do too good either in terms of, I mean, he did 26-18, which is all right, but compared to TJ doing big frags, 35 for 21.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, Madmen are able to close out both maps. I mean, one far more convincingly than the other, but, with 1 round left in the season, they're primed to, take, number 2 seed going into playoffs. Barring, complete collapse.
Do they have to verse anyone good, or are they good? I think they're versing Coffee Clock next week.
Yeah, I'll bring up their schedule right now, and yep, they are versing.
So when my team beats Coffee Clock and then wins the last round, we'll take first. Clearly.
Okay, yeah, I mean that can still happen. I don't want to rule out anything. It'd be biased for me to play favorites at this point in the season.
I feel like that was more, like you said, Ratmen losing it than Madmen winning it. Like, do 4k more damage in normal time and losses or win is a bit depressing.
And it also felt like that was kind of the theme on both maps, it felt like they couldn't decide how they wanted to play. They'd constantly flip-flop between playing this kind of really, I almost reserved kind of really cohesive team style where they'd kind of all push as a unit and, basically just bully Madmen away from points and away from team fights. And then suddenly a flip would switch and some of their players were like, no, I want to solo the world. I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to, get a 6k off my own back and, put this on a highlights reel.
A lot
and
of
then
that,
die, and then the dominoes fell.
One of my main kind of criticisms of Ratman is that they don't really play well, I think, when their medic is dead. I think there was one time where Varna died and they went ham on this map. I forgot what it was. I think it was that second sometime and they went ham. But like in general, they do they don't really know what to kind of do once they're not like all under their meds kind of control. Like when they get off into the flank and all other places all behind, they kind of lose it a bit and get cleaned up.
Yeah, I think that's the best way of putting it.
And yeah, Barn dying 19 times to 11. I'm not really sure how that happens either.
It felt like at the end of every big Uber exchange and every big team fight, he was being cleaned up.
Even though they did more D, Varna only 8 Ubers, 5 crits Kriegs to 16 Ubers. So it's not that far off. Like crits is quicker.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out who. If you look at who got the med kills across
I mean, it was
Madmen
kind
this
of
match,
everyone killed him
it's
a lot.
it's pretty much everyone except Rocky, which a bit unexpected across from that first map. It was just really come the end of these big fights.
A lot of their Ubers, they kind of walked into Madmen and died. Like Varna was too far forward and died. Whether that's his fault or team fault,
yeah,
don't know. But yeah, bit of a depressing one though from Ratman, and they'll
it
want to
is.
regroup from the last 2 weeks into finals after they were looking good, pounded us early.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check who they play next week. They're versing Fridge Siege, so should be a.
I mean, they're a solid team, but yeah, I mean, Ratman should have it.
It should be a bit of a confidence booster for them coming into playoffs. But I mean, again, because they lose this head-to-head, they are, direct encounters. It does, hold them in pretty negative state moving into the final seedings here.
Yeah, I feel like at least for the finals, I think every team's already confirmed in. Still think it's everyone will still feel like on their day they can beat everyone, and we're past the clinker stage, at least for these two teams, so that they won't have to worry about that shit. They'll be thinking we're going into the finals. We can do kind of what we're strong on, or we can at least know what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we're getting any players in for interviews. So with that, I think we might sign off for the evening.
This one, not to shit talk Madmen, but
yeah, please do.
I mean, Enrith did some fat as well on Kalika, kind of in terms of damage, keeping them in fights and all that. So good on you, mate.
There you go. But yeah, so I think that should wrap us up for the evening. We hopefully are going to be casting another top of the table exchange later this week, I believe. I think next
Thursday, apparently.
Thursday evening.
Yeah,
okay,
my
Thursday
bad,
evening.
Sam. My bad. I forgot that we changed it.
Okay, so Thursday evening we may be hopefully, if we can get people available, be casting another Premiership matchup, as again we kind of work out which team is gonna place where come the end of the season. But with that, Elmo, do you have any shoutouts to wrap things up?
Shoutouts to both teams for a solid game, and shout out to all the non-existent casters for TF Live. Appreciate it, boys.
Hey,
come on, Xander, and
fair enough.
Come back, Tonberry and Smith. Rejoin Foz in the the glory days.
Come back, everyone. Yeah, we can. We'll get things coming for grand final. We'll have a class reunion.
And Yukari as well, please. I need his voice in my life.
I mean, who even knows what's happening with Yukari these days?
Probably playing cat girl video games, I would imagine, like me.
Well. Yeah. So again, shout out to both teams. Incredibly engaging match. It was a nice one to get settled back into casting again. Apologies to the stream viewers. I guess shout out to you guys for putting up with me. This was my first time casting in like seasons upon seasons. I can't even remember when the last time I casted properly.
You're a perfect flower.
Oh, thank you, Elmo. You're an excellent co-caster, and thank you, of course, to our producer Core, who has been putting in such heavy lifting this season. Really doing some fantastic work for us. So with that, we might wrap things up for the night. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully we see you again later this week. If not, we'll see you for coverage of Week 7 matches. Good evening.
Bye!